Senator Slom.
Thank you, Madam President. You know, this has been a very interesting discussion. I rise in support of the measure.
Proceed.
It's been a very
briefly.
interesting... Pardon me?
Proceed briefly.
Thank you, Madam President. It's been a very interesting discussion, although, you know, it pains me greatly to see disarray among my colleagues of the majority, since the minority is always 100% when it comes to this body. Look, I opposed Act 55 and the PLDC, and we repealed it. I asked for changes to be made from the Chairman of Economic Development, and he kept his word. I hate gut and replace bills, and I don't care if there are one of them or 6 of them or 10 of them. We should do without them, but they're here. It's a matter of majority policy. But the point is, I've had a lot of discussions with my constituents too, and many of them are very concerned because they think it's an end run around the old PLDC, and they think this could happen, that could happen, but they're not very specific. They're not very specific as to what really is the opposition, other than it reminds them of PLDC and the fast tracking, which the chairman of the committee has just said, really, this bill doesn't do that. Do I have problems with the bill? Yeah, I do. And as the senator from Hawaii Kai Wamanalo said, I've been a strong critic of the sunset process, because we tell the people we're going to sunset something, it comes up to that year, and we don't do it. But wait a minute. That's the responsibility of the people that elect us. I really wish that the public in Hawaii would spend more time with the legislature and with lawmaking than they do with Dancing with the Stars or even with Aerosmith. I think it's abysmal, the lack of economic education and the fact that we're not moving in this community. Now, I will take the intent and the words of my colleagues at face value. I will trust them. Of course, when they said that they don't support tax increases, that means 24 of you will have to go and change your votes from the other day, Tuesday. But we are faced with crises, as was said, as the budget director said. I think he said 2017 will be bankrupt. As I've said many times on this floor, I'm bullish about the future of Hawaii. I'm bullish about the people that we have, the opportunities. But we've missed opportunities. And instead we do the same old thing. So here's some of my colleagues have tried to innovatively and creatively try to find a way around this, to try to open up new avenues of economic development. And while, again, I look at some of these proposals with a jaundiced eye, I'm willing to look at them and try, because there is nothing else that we have done that is even remotely positive for jobs, the environment, wages, and so forth. We all have to make sure, however, that the promises that are made, the statements that are promised, are fulfilled. That's our job as senators, and that's the public's job, those that elect us and pay for everything that we do. But if we are now afraid to take a chance and do anything, then we make a self-fulfilling prophecy for our state and for our future. And that prophecy is we become total wards of the federal government, which has its own problems, or we kick the can down the road, or we give up any opportunity whatsoever. I said in Ways and Means, the thing I don't like about this bill also is the fact that we continue to use the term authority. The public-private authority. I don't like that. I bristle every time I hear that, because I've never seen an authority that's done a good job. But semantics aside, we do need economic opportunity and economic development in this state. And it doesn't have to be mutually exclusive with protecting the environment. In fact, it cannot be. Because if we continue to harm the environment, then we all lose. But we have an opportunity to do things, and I would suggest once again, every time we have people that have been successful in our community, the real job creators, when they come in and they testify, they tell us what we need to do. No more taxes. No more regulations that harm businesses. No more fees. No more cost to them. We don't listen. We have to start listening. So if we truly are to have a partnership, I will weigh in on that. But I will continue to be eternally vigilant. And I ask my colleagues to do the same thing. Thank you, Madam President. Now maybe you can get on with the vote.
Thank you. Do we have unanimous consent?
Madam President?
We are in voting right now.
We are in voting?
Yes.
I
Thank you,
did-
Majority Leader.
You are in support, though. I would like to ask the previous speaker, you are in support.
He did say he was in support right at the
that
beginning.
could have fooled me, sir.
Thank you.
Okay.
Do we have unanimous consent? No votes for Senator Thielen, Senator Ruderman, Senator Gabbard, Senator Ihara, Senator Green. All others voting in the affirmative.
Note my reservations, ma'am.
Reservations for Senator Taniguchi.
Twenty ayes, 5 noes.
Senate Bill 215, Senate Draft 3, passes third reading.